Good morning! Hi cubies and newbies, I am Sunshine. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. How are y'all doing today? Good morning. Hey Duncan Draftsnut. Good to see you. Hope you're there. I'm going to scramble. This is the Wood Eden 3x3x9. I'm going to scramble this one today as well. Because I want to. It's so fun for me. Okay. The only way to really scramble. Hi, hey Skull Bus, how you doing? I can't today. I did some research to figure out how to do it, and there's some setup I have to do to make the Zoom streamable so that the audio will work, because it didn't work last time, remember? So I've got to. I found instructions, but I haven't had a chance to follow the instructions yet. So I mean, I can yeah. So, but I'm going to try to do that on Friday evening and Saturday. So come back to me then. We'll get there. I will figure it out. I'll figure it out. But I haven't figured it out yet. I have some more research to do. Okay. So the only way to scramble the 3x9 properly is to first solve it by shape, but by shape incorrectly, so that we can find a way to get the 9 side properly scrambled. So I have two 3x9s. This one has the center on the yellow and white is solid. The other one has the center and white is 3 stripes, three rows, just like the sides. But this one is solid. So so the first thing you do is with the yellow and white is to make sure that the center is horizontal, so that when I get the yellow and whites done by shape, the horizontal is turnable. The 9 side is turnable. So I've got to make those sideways. Okay. And then I solve by shape. But I'm glad you're excited for that. I am going to do some more on that today. Alright. Okay, those are done. I gotta finish these ones. There we go. Okay, so corners are done. Corners are done incorrectly, so that I can have a nice scramble. Now I'm going to do the opposite edges incorrectly. Into white. Oops, no, let's try. There we go. Focus here is on giving it a good scramble. Okay. Blue, red, and this way. And then this one, okay. All right. Now that this is solved by shape but not color, I can give the edge centers a good scramble, and then scramble again. It's ready to solve. Okay. All right. So. Okay. When I teach on all of the cubes at the same time, and I teach either I start with the 5x5. Okay. Formula A. Formula A is 4 moves. Bottom row, right column. For if you're doing the corners, bring a corner to the top. Middle row, middle column. If you're working on the absolute centers, like so. Formula A brings a piece to the top. Formula B is 8 moves. Top row, 2 columns. And with those 2 columns, you're moving 3 pieces around, and by determining which piece you want to move determines which columns you're using. So, if you've just found me, I'm Sunshine. And this is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. If you have, I'm going to try, like I mentioned to School Bus, I'm going to try again on Friday evening and Saturday, to get my to do a Zoom capture for my Twitch. I tried it a few days ago, and I could not. Sound wasn't working properly. So I've done some research on more that I have to do. So I'll try to get that set up for then. But in the meantime, this is the easiest method for solving every complexity Rubik's Cube, because it works on the 5x5, the 10x10, the exact same way it works on the 2x2. So it works on every complexity Rubik's Cube, also every complexity Minx, if you're into the Minxes. Haven't tried it yet on the pyramids though, so I'll have to get back to you on that one once I get a pyramid to try. Okay, so there's no order of operation. You can do it whatever order you want. You can do it layer by layer, inside out. However, I generally do the corners first, because whichever cube you have has the 8 corners, and when you've done those corners, the 2x2 is done, and on all of the rest of them, you've established which color each face is going to be. So as far as easy for me to say, there's no reductionist method done here. Once you have the corners complete to each other, then you know when you can place any piece that you come up with can be placed exactly where it's supposed to be, rather than pairing things up and then solving it like a 3x3. So corners are done on this one, absolute center is lined up. Corners are done on this one, absolute center is lined up. Corners are done on this one, there's no absolute center to line up. I'm going to do the corners on this one just to demonstrate, and then we'll move on to the edges. Okay, so this is not standard disclaimer here. This is not a speed solve method. This is not a fewest moves method, because but it is the easiest to learn, and it works on every complexity Rubik's Cube. Like I said, Formula A brings piece to top. Formula B moves 3 pieces around. And once you can pick up any cube and put it down solved, then if you're going in the speed direction and you're learning algorithms, it's easier to learn what an algorithm does if you can do it on a solved cube, so you can see how it's moving things around. Whereas if your cube is scrambled, then it's harder to see what's moving around once you're doing it. So this will help newbies, regardless of which direction they want to go in once they've mastered the cube. So if anybody does want to Zoom with me, let me know ahead of time, and I'll get you the Zoom link before Saturday, so we can have that operational at that point in time. This is my copy of the CFOP method that I got off of Cubicle. So other methods have, these are all algorithms. you have to, with other methods, you have to not only do you have to memorize many different algorithms. Can we do Zoom Friday? We will try. That is tomorrow. I shall try to be operational by then. We can certainly we can Zoom Friday. Whether it will succeed or not, we will have to see. But we will certainly try on Friday evening, not the Friday morning. Because I've got to do some dry runs with my kids to make sure it's working properly. Okay, so corners are done on this one, but not this one. So let me demonstrate how to do that. I do have my center. I'm going to work with my center here. So the first thing to do is to pick a corner and pick a color. I use yellow because it works on all of my cubes, including the void cube, which is not standardized colors. So your cube has 8 corners. Pick a corner. Your corner has 3 colors. Pick a color. This one, of course, I'm going to use yellow. So I'm holding this cube in my hand, looking at the front of the cube as if it's a spreadsheet with rows and columns. And first thing to do is make sure the middle row is horizontal all the way around, so that I can, when I get the 3 by side done, the 9 side will be movable. So that's the first thing I need to do. And then I'm going to, okay, here's a yellow. So this corner is correct. I'm going to make the rest of the cube match it. So the next thing I do is I'm holding the cube, and I'm with the correct piece under my left thumb. So I look at the corner under my right thumb. And if there's a yellow anywhere on this corner, and again, there's a lot of colors here, but the corner, actually, this one is red, white, and blue. So there's no yellow on this corner, so I look underneath it. No yellow on this corner either. So I'm holding the cube stable, rotate the bottom row by quarter turns until the answer is yes, so that there is a yellow in one of these 2 spots. If there's a yellow in one of these 2 spots, Formula A will bring it to the top. So now that there's a yellow there, Formula A is the bottom row in the right column. This piece is going to come up here, so I'm going to move it out from the action, move the space down, cube into the space, and the cube in the space up. Okay, and it's not on top, so we keep going, out, down, in, up, keep going, out, down, in, up, and again, out, down, in, up. It will be 5 or less times, because 6 times with Formula A gets you back to however you started. Okay, so yellow's on top, hold the cube stable, rotate the top row only to move the yellow over to be preserved under my left thumb again, and I'm going to continue on this corner. So if there's yellow there or here, A will bring it to the top. That's out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Okay, and slide when the yellow's on top, hold the cube stable, slide it out of the way. Yellow here or here, A will bring it to the top. If not, rotate the bottom until there is, like so, and then out, down, in, up. When the yellow is on top, one of 3 things has happened. On this one, the next thing we're going, because your corners has, good afternoon. Oh, hi. Oh, how do I say your name? Emoriaku. Hi, I am doing well. We're doing some research on my Zoom and why it didn't work last time I did it, and there's evidently some setup I have to do on the Zoom before it can stream it. Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing well. I've got the corners done on all of these, and I'm just doing the corners on this one. Then we're going to move on to the edges. Nice. Okay. So the goal is we're going to Zoom on Friday and Saturday. So Friday evening and Saturday. So you said good afternoon, so you're in a different part of the world than I am, because it's 9:15 now. In Italy. Oh, thank you. That's amazing. That's amazing to me. Thank you for joining me. How's the book project going? 5:15 this afternoon there. Yay! Okay, so all right. The book project has not progressed any since the last time we spoke, because I've been I've signed up to teach a class down the street at my senior center. So I'm trying to get together a printout sheet of the formulas and a demonstration of how they work together, so that I can hand that out while I'm doing that. And doing that kind of dovetails into trying to create merchandise as well, so I can sell some merchandise. So it's all graphic artists that I've got to do, and that dovetails into trying to correct the mistakes I made on my website. So I'm kind of dealing with overload. Yes, ABCube method works. Let me know what you want to have, what you want to see. I'm going to have the here, let me show you. This is my icon. Wait, nope, that's not my icon. My icon is a 5x5 with a flower pattern. Is my icon. So I'm going to have the icon. I'm going to have the methods, the formulas as an image. I want hats. I want a hoodie, light fleece hoodie. I'm going to do. I want it on keychains so that I can sell it along with there's keychain cubes. If you had a keychain. A cube tie. Oh, this my scarf. Thank you. Yeah, this is not my merch, but I would love to be able to make a tie like this. So just let me know like what you want to see. I mean, mouse pads, keychains. I have. I have some. This is a white cube. I've got a little keychain white that I'm going to. That's just white. I'm going to autograph and sell. So that will be fun for me. I have a blanket. I have a throw blanket that has a melting cube and force cubes. Are those the see-through color, see-through pastel color kind of thing? Cube, there's only a color. Okay, so would this be considered a force cube, or just because I've seen some out there that are just like purple and stuff. Okay, so so that's something. This is a white force cube 4x4. Okay, little 1x1s with my icon on it. That'd be cute. I have family that will not learn. So I just give them a 1x1, and they're just tickled pink with that. So Megaminx. This is the Megaminx. I always get yeah. So a force cube. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So yeah, just let me know what you want. I'm thinking of hats, but I don't want the just want like the baseball hat. I saw a hat that was like corduroy. Corduroy with embroidery on it. I'm like, that's what I want. You don't think that hats would sell? Okay. What do you think would sell? Let me know, and I will be sure to make it an item. Okay, so when you're yellow, when you have four corners, your active color is on top on all four corners. You check the sides, and one of three things has happened. Either all of the sides will match to each other, none of them will match each other, or one side will match. And this one, the reds automatically match. So we move on to, with the whites down, yellows face down, move on to the whites. Yeah, sorry for stopping by so rude. Okay, we'll get back to your thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Thanks for the conversation. Stop by. Join me on Friday and Saturday. We're going to try to do a Zoom. Bye. Okay, so yellow's face down. We're working on white. One of them is already on there, so I'm going to keep that one. So I'm going to look and see. So now the difference between the first four and the second four is I don't have to look and see if my corner's on top. We've already established that since the first four are face down, the second four are already on top. So I don't have to look for the white to see if it's there. Oh, what time? 9 a.m. my time on Saturday, 6 p.m. my time on Friday. And don't worry about it. Just show up when you show up. Look for you when we see you coming. All right, so white's on top. We're going to preserve this one. We're going to bring white to the top here. So bottom row, right column, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up, and as long as, oh, that will not be, yeah, you don't want to wake up in the middle of the night to see me. So 6 p.m. my time, is that, no, 6 p.m. my time is 3 a.m. your time. So Friday afternoon, no, wait. What time is it for you right now? It's afternoon for you right now. So on Saturday morning, it'll be afternoon for you. So you're not going to, so that should work. Okay, so my Saturday morning will be afternoon for you. Cool, I'll look for you. Okay, so white's on top, hold the cube stable. If I rotate the cube instead of just the top row, I'm going to mess up this. Bye. If I rotate, then I'm going to mess up the bottom. Don't want to mess up the bottom. It already looks like it's messed up, but it hasn't. You gotta trust the process. So as long as I don't rotate the cube, rotate the top to preserve that one. Keep going with formula A. Now, you don't have to know this, but your cube does, and your cube is inherently honest. With the yellows face down, in order to bring the white to the top on all 4 sides, it's going to be a multiple of 6, which means the yellows will be unaffected once the white is on top on all 4 corners. And now that white's on top, I check, and the yellows are there. The only reason that would not be the case is if you've been peeling off stickers, or you twisted a corner, you take your cube apart. Don't peel off stickers. You don't have to. So now we're going to check here on the yellows that all the sides match. That's one option. Here, blue does not equal orange, green does not equal blue, but the red side matches, so one side matches. What time for CST? Okay, high school bus. Right now for me it is 9:24 a.m. So wherever you are, then that's I'm Mountain Time, Mountain Standard Time. Okay, so white's on top, matching corner, matching side faces away. I'm going to formula B, top row, outside columns because we're working on the corners. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and then formula A, out, down, and up, out, down, and up. Keep the cube stable, because we can see the yellows are dancing all around, but we're ignoring them because we're trusting by the time we get our white back to the top again. Okay, oh, so you're getting, all right. Where are you in the world? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? It's just so amazing. I love living. Oh yeah, I'm in the USA too. I'm in Utah. I'm mountain. So now the corners match. Rotate the top to match the bottom, and the corners are done. Okay, and our center is lined up. So now on all of these, the next step to do for these cubes is to do the corners are done, and so the next thing to do is to do the edges. So the next simplest cube, it needs the edges done. So I do the edges for all of these. I've been training my eyes to look for Florida. Oh, that sounds fun. Wait. It is not 10:15 for you right now. You're 3 hours ahead of me, so. Oh, right, AM. Wait, PM? Okay, alrighty. AM. Got it. I thought, okay, that's why. That makes more sense. Okay, so corners are done. I've been looking, so I'm been looking for yellow and white, so I'm going to keep looking for yellow and white. So I'm holding the cube. Formula B. For the corner, if you use the outside columns, it moves the corners around. If you move an outside and inside column, it's going to move the edges around. And it's going to move an edge from the top front to the side front, like so. Up, up, down, down. Okay, so a lot happens in the middle, only one thing happens in the outside side, so that's what we're going to do. That's where we're going to work on. We're going to work on placing the opposite edges. Okay, So yellow and white are left and right as dictated by the corners. I look for a yellow or white piece in the middle, has a corner, as an edge piece. Find one. And my active color, the yellow is in front, I want it to be on top. So I'm going to flip the cube. Yellow and white are still left and right, but in the other direction. So as long as yellow and white are left and right one way or the other. And then corners match the front. It's going in the yellow direction, so it's going this way. Away. Okay, so first column is where it's going to land, second column is where it begins, top row. Start by moving away from the action so it doesn't get lost. So we go up, in, second up, and then away, down, back, down. And there it is. Here's another one. Bring the corners to match the front. It's going in this direction. So first column is where it's going to land. Second column is where it is. Start by moving away. Up, up, down, down. So you are 1 hour ahead of me. So yeah, so that's fine. Okay. Here's another one. Okay. And I'm working on the opposite edges, so the centers can rotate freely, so I can see whether or not sometimes they'll line on themselves up. Going in this direction, both of these want to move out though, so I'm going to throw a random piece with it. So I'm going to treat these two as one piece. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. And here's another yellow, going in this direction then. This is the piece that I'm applying the formula B to. So the first column is where it's going to land, second column is where it begins. And I'm going to check the other sides real quick just to see if it's convenient, and it's not. Okay, so away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay, another one, same direction. 1, 2, 3, nope, nothing helps. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. There we go. Okay. There's another one. And that's just it. Lather, rinse, repeat. Is for as long as there is a yellow or white anywhere in the middle areas, then we throw them to the outside. And when there's no more yellow or whites in the middle, then we assess to see how we're doing. And either everything will be correct, or there'll be some that are like incorrectly placed, and what we do at that point in time is to throw a random piece into that spot to move it out to the middle where we can then place it. So corners match the front. This one is going to the left, so it's B as written. If it's going to the right, it's the mirror of each movement. So slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay. All right. Here's ones on top. Let's do the ones with B. Okay, so corners match the front. It's going in this direction. 1, 2, 3. Nothing favorable to move with it, but this one wants to come out too, so I'm going to do that. So up, up, down, down. Okay. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Do, 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 do. Okay, it's going in this direction. Away, up, in, up, and you see there it's placed. And then back down, and down. Okay. And so we did the corners, and now we're doing the opposite edges. When the opposite edges are done completely, then we flip the cube so the yellow's on top, and we do the side edges with white face down till they're done. So corners match the front, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Studying chemistry. Okay, corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. If you've just joined me, I'm Sunshine. Thank you for finding me. And this is the ABCube. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. Works on every complexity Rubik's Cubes, works on every complexity means. Formula A brings a piece to the top, formula B moves 3 pieces around. And that's all you ever need to do. You'll notice that I do not address parities. That's because parities are a lie. You don't have to play with them unless you want to. Okay, so corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Slide up, up, down, down. Another one. Parodies are fun. Most algorithms do a specific thing, and but the parody algorithm is long and complicated. It doesn't have to be. You can create or fix a parody in 10 moves. I know because I watched Mr. Jeffrey Varasano do that. Jeffrey Varasano is the guy that wrote this book. And the reason why he wrote this book is because he was the first person to win a Rubik's Cube competition. 24 point something seconds. And so that was fun. Alright, so no more, I'm not seeing any more yellow or whites in the middle, so I check to see, I assess, and these edges are happily between their respective corners, so the whites are correct, the yellows are correct. If they were not, if something was incorrectly placed, like a yellow here, like something placed, then I would throw a random piece into that spot using formula B, and that would put it to the middle where I would place it again. Okay, so edges. Yellow and white are left and right. Corners match the front, determine its direction. It's going in this direction. Away up, in up, away down, in down. Okay, another one. Corners match the front, determine its direction. Slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay. Another one. Yellow and white are left and right. Corners match the front. Formula B. First is where it's going to land. Start by moving away. Slide up, up, down, down. Okay. And then find another yellow or white and keep going. Okay. Up, up, down, down. Okay. Corners match the front. Determine its direction. Start by moving away. First up, back. Second up, first down, second down. Every other move is a horizontal. Every other horizontal is a reverse of the one before it. No more yellow or whites in the middle, so I assess. Okay. Some of them are correct. This one's not, so let's throw a random piece into this spot, which will move it out to the middle where I can keep working. Okay. If there's a lot of columns, you have to keep track of them. Slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, and now it's in the middle, and I can place it in the corners to the top, going in this direction, up, up. And I keep doing this until there's no more yellow or whites in the middle, and then I assess again, and we'll see how we're doing. Okay, corners match the front, going in this direction, up, up, down, down. This is the piece we're working on. Corners to match the front, going in this direction, up, up, down, down. And when we see no more yellow or whites in the middle, we assess again. And the whites are happy, and the yellows are happy. Okay, so the 2x2 is done because it just had corners. The opposite edges are done for this one, and for this one. Do this one. Yellow and white are left and right. Find a piece in the middle that has a yellow or white, an edge piece in the middle that has a yellow or white. I'll bring the corners to match the front. Okay. Nothing here is placed, so I'm going to check the other three sides to see if any of them are magically want to be placed at the same time, and this one does. So all of these want to move out. These two want to move in. I'm going to place this one as if it's the same thing so that I can move this one out at the same time. So I'm going to treat all these three as one piece. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. And here's the other one. Corners match the front, going in this direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And corners match the front, determine its direction. Okay, all of these want to move out. So the middle one, I'm not, is there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, nope, nothing favorable there. All right, so I'm going to I'm going to place this piece and these two random pieces to move all three of these out. So go up, up, down, down. Okay. Here's another piece. These two are already together, so I'm going to treat them as one piece. Okay, corners match the front. Determine its direction. It's going this direction. This is the other piece, so I won't find it over here, so I don't have to worry about that. So up, up, down, down. Okay. There's another piece. Corners match the front. Okay. It's going in this direction. Let's check the other three sides. 1, 2, 3. Nothing is favorable for moving. Okay, so I'm going to place this one over here. I'm going to move all three of them so I can move these ones out as well. The bigger, always move as many pieces as you can, because some of the pieces will automatically fall into shape while you're into place while you're doing other things. So let's do this one. Corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Away up, in up, away down, in down. All right, so commonly answered questions. I'm not a speed cuber, but I have beaten a minute a couple of times, and my average is about 1.5 minutes for a 3x3. Okay, white's going in this direction. This one wants to come out also, so I'm going to place all three of these in there, so that because I can do that now as I would do. I've been cubing off and on since the 80s, early 80s, since 81, since the early 80s, because I remember watching the first championship live on TV, and that was in 81. Okay. All of the treat these as one piece. Move all of them out because I can. Up, up, down, down. How long did it take me to create this method? It took a couple of years to figure out. The hardest part about creating this method was that I had to, I'd have the cube, and I'd be trying to figure out what I could do with just my two methods, and could I do the whole thing with just two methods. And the hardest part was I'm like, oh, I know how to fix that. That's this algorithm. And I'm like, okay, if I use that algorithm, I have to put it in my book. Do I want to do that, or is there a way to do it without that, using that algorithm? So the hardest part was training myself to forget all of the algorithms that I knew, so that I wouldn't be using them. Okay, so away up, in up, away down, in down. Okay. Corners match the front. Going in this direction, out, up, in, up, down, in, down. Up, up, down, down. We just move 3 cubes around. One, two, three. Nope. Okay. So back in the 80s, I was at about 3 minutes. We thought that was good before the first championship was held. All right. Let's see. All of them want to come out, so let's treat them as one. Up, up, down, down. So So I got it to where I kept rewriting the manuscript. I get it to where, okay, I think it makes sense now, and then I would find a random person, someone who had not ever tried to do the cubes before. I had to find a non-cuber to test it out on, and then I would sit them down and I'd say, okay, here's my book. I called it a book. It's really a manuscript until it gets published. I'd say, here's my book. Here's my cube. Here's a cube. Pretend I'm not here. Tell me where it gets confusing. Tell me where it doesn't make sense. And so they'd say, well, this is kind of confusing. What did you mean by this? What does this word mean? What does, da da da. And, maybe you should tell me how to move this thing. And so for 5 years, I just kept rewriting the book, and then finding a new person, and then rewriting the book, and then finding a new person, new alpha tester. After 5 years, it was perfect. It was the way I wanted it to be. And so I had an agent. I had a publisher who was keeping track of me, because he said that he wanted to publish for me. So I called him. I said, look, it's done. It's done. And he said, okay, now give me $5,000. And his whole entire goal was to help me self-publish. I don't want to self-publish. I want it done properly. So I want to get it done properly. So I reached out to agents, to some agents, because I wanted to go with the For Dummies people, and they do not take it unsolicited. So I had to find an agent. So I reached out to a couple 20 agents or so, and a couple of them said, show me your first chapter, and they looked at it, and they said, we wish you luck. This is very creative, and we wish you luck, but it's outside of my expertise. So, but they asked me, they're like, there's anyone can look at YouTube, and there's still dozens of cube books being published a year. What makes you special that someone would be looking for you for a book published by you? And so I'm like, well, it works. Corners are done, opposite edges are done. And so I went back to the manuscript, and I published it online, so that I could then I could start building my brand, so that now when I get an agent, I can say, oh, well, I am Sunshine, and I have this many followers, and you can find me here on the YouTube, and you can find me here on Speed Solving, and I'm listed on the Wikipedia for the Professor's Cube, and I'm here and here, so that when they say, well, who are you? What makes you so special? I'll be able to say, well, I have a following now. I'm starting a following. So that's what I'm doing here, is trying to build my brand, so that I can get an agent, so I can get my book, my manuscript out there. Because I'm old. I know everything is digital nowadays, but I want to be able to physically hold it in my hand. I want to hold it in my hand next to these ones. Because this is the Jeffrey Varsano, the first championship. And this is the one that I read when I was a kid, to memorize. And so I want to be able to say, yeah, I wrote this book. So that's the goal. And also, like I said, anything you want to see made in any merchandise that you would want to see, tell me, and I will make it happen. So I'm going to be I'm creating a one-page cheat sheet, and because I need to do that for the class I'm going to be teaching. And then I also want to do a poster, a poster on the wall that just shows how everything fits together. So that will be fun for me. It would be more fun for me if I had a graphic designer. So corners match the front. It's going in the right direction. Up, down, down. Once more. Corners match the front. Up, down, down. All right. So corners are done on all of them. opposite edges are done on all of them. The next thing to do is to do the side edges. And the side edges is where you see whether you have any parodies or not. And I'm going to do the side edges on this one just to demonstrate, and then I'll come back and do these tomorrow. Unless anyone has any questions for me, comments for me, or anything you want me to ask to demonstrate or answer. So yellow and white are left and right. The white and yellow are done. So white goes face down, and now I'm checking the sides. If any of them are correct, I'm going to leave them. If any of them are incorrect, I'm going to displace a yellow into that spot, which will then bring that spot to the top where I can work on it and place it one piece at a time. So this one's incorrect. I'm going to displace the yellow. In displacing the yellow that is opposite is going to be bip-bopping back and forth, because it's going to come forward as I place each piece. So it's going to go back and forth into place until the yellow comes back to until the other yellow I've just displaced comes back to the top. Okay, so I'm ignoring everything on top that's yellow. Yellow is my top color. I'm looking only at the one piece on top that's not yellow, placing that at a time. So corners, I'm reading the corners to match the front. I'm ignoring the top, so I'm only caring about the bottom corners now. So corners match the front, and it's going in the orange direction, not the red direction. So the orange and green will land above the orange and green something corner, not the orange and red something corner. So it's going this direction. So away first up, back second up, away down, back second down, and then I look for the other piece on top that's not yellow, and I keep placing it. Okay, I have my center placed first. If I did not have my absolute center placed, then I would get a parody. So I've placed my center before I start moving them around. And then corners match the front. It's going in this direction. So away up, in up, away down, in down. And I said the yellow needed to come back to the top. It can come back to the top, can come back to the top correctly or incorrectly, doesn't matter as long as it's on the top layer. So then I check the sides again. So this one's correct, this one's correct, this one's not. So I'm going to displace a yellow into this spot. And I can just place a correct yellow or an incorrect yellow, so I'm going to place the incorrect one. So up, up, down, down, and then I continue ignoring the yellows. Corners match the front, put it down, up, down, and I keep doing this until my yellow comes back to the top, and then I assess again. Okay, up, down, down, and the yellow came back to the top, and we're done. So opposite edges, side edges is the next step for all of these, but I will demonstrate real quick how to do the centers before I leave, and then I'll come back and do the opposite edges, side edges tomorrow. Okay, so you find pick a piece, pick any piece that's incorrect, and you throw it in the direction it wants to be. So if I found a white piece, it's on my front face, and it's going to go to the top, so I hold my cube so that white is on top. Okay, so it's still the top row and two columns, but the cube that I'm moving is going to dictate what the columns are. So right now this will land right here. That's not advantageous, so I can rotate the top is my first movement so that something advantageous will come down. Okay, so I can bring down the white, the orange, the blue. Okay, and so either one is fine. So so it's lined up. That's my first horizontal, and then I follow this piece. So I go up. Okay, slide the top so it's in a different column. This way is the same column, so I can't go that way. So I got to go this way, and then the layer, the slice that landed in is my second column up, moving it to the back, and then down, down, and then reset the top as needed. Okay, so that's it. I will go over parodies. I'll go over parodies tomorrow. I'll have a parody, whether naturally occurring, I manufacture it. I'll show you how the parody works. So that's it for me today. Corners, and then edges, opposite edges, and side edges, and then centers. The difference being for this one is that there's a minor adaptation to the formula in order to make this work, and that is that for when the opposite edges are done, and you're working on the 9 by side, moving the top row back and forth does not allow me to work on the multiple columns. So the adaptation is for every horizontal, instead of 1, it's 2, and then you can work with the columns individually. So that's the only adaptation you need to make in order to solve this one as well. But with that minor adaptation, you can solve all of these cubes. Okay, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Feel free to ask any questions. Bring any your non-cuber friends. We'll have fun. In the meantime, thank you for being here. Go have fun. Go take a walk. Go out in the sunshine. Drink some water. Be nice to yourself. You deserve it. And I'll be back here tomorrow. Hope you guys join me. Bye.